Hello friends, it's Glenda Mollett and I'm back today not to show you how to make a card or a project, but to do some housekeeping. You can find my blog at glendamollett.blogspot.com and my blog is called In My Craft Room. I've been asked a lot of times on how I deal with the issue of stamping up stamps not clinging to clear acrylic blocks. And I never have any problem with this, so I thought I would show you today how I process a stamp set when I get it in. This Fabulous Flora stamp set is one of the new Hostess sets from the 2016-17 Stamping Up Annual Catalog, and I love its organic images. Don't you love that word, organic? Anyways, so when I get a stamp set, it looks like this on the inside. And what we have to do is mount the stickers with the pictures onto the stamps themselves. Now these are all laser cut stamps. So you need to, and this is a clear mount set. This is for clear mount, not for wood. Wood is a bit different, but I like the clear mount myself. So first of all, you pull off all this backing material. And that's what keeps the sticky part of the, or the cling part of the clear mount stamps nice and clingy. Then I just pull out the individual stamps off of the rubber. Like this. And I always save this rubber because a long time ago, pardon me, a long time ago, I lost a stamp. And I didn't know it because I wasn't paying attention to how many stamps were in the set. So now I always keep this rubber in my case and keep my stamps inside the holes. That way I know whether I have all of the stamps before I put the stamp set away. So now I have all of these individual images from the stamp set, and I can go ahead and put the stickers on. So the stickers just pull off like this. This is not sticky, and this is not sticky. Where it's sticky is underneath this liner. So before I pull off the liner on the back, I'm going to cut around the stamp set as close as I can to the stamped image. And you don't want to cut any of your image off. You don't have to be too precise because these stickers are clear. They're see-through, so if you leave a little bit more in one spot than another spot, you can't tell. It's not a big deal. So what I'm cutting off is all the excess sticker material so that when I put it onto my clear mount stamp, it will allow the cling foam to show through. So we're just about done here. Just a little bit more. And you can see I'm not being too precise. I'm just making sure I don't cut any of my image off. There we go. So now you get rid of this. That's just garbage. And now you have your stamp here, and you have your sticker image. Now it goes on the back. This is the cling mount part. Let's just move this out of the way for the moment. So this is the cling mount part, and it's going to mount onto, the sticker's going to mount onto it like that. But first of all, we have to pull the backing off of it, and I pull one side off and leave the other side. This is sticky so that it sticks to your stamp. So I keep one side so when I put it on here, I can slide it around to where I want it. And I'm holding on to the part that is sticky so that it doesn't stick down to the stamp until I'm ready for it. And you just kind of center it on your stamp like that and push down the part that is sticky. And then you just flip this up and pull off the remainder of that backing sheet. And there you go. It sticks. Then when you put it onto your clear acrylic block, you put it down and press it, and then I always turn it over like this and give it a really good pressure like that. and it won't move. See, it's completely stuck. You still may have an issue with your stamps clinging to your blocks because the blocks pick up the oils from your hand and the residue from the stamping mist and the stamping scrubber. So the easiest way to get rid of that, and it makes a wonderful job, is just put a little dot of hand sanitizer on there. If you can, get the one that has the least amount of water in it. Sometimes they call it agua. And you just clean your block. And you know when you clean your hands with this stuff that it dries fairly fast. So you just give it a good scrub. And then when you put your block on, it sticks even more. So just gentle pressure, and there you go. It's not going to come off. You can wash your blocks with soap and water, but the soap will also leave a residue on there. And this hand sanitizer trick just takes all of that gunk off of your block. Okay, so back to my stamp set. So once I have the stickers on every image, and we'll just pretend that I've done the rest of this stamp set, and I will soon. I was so excited the other day, I got a whole box of new products in from the new catalog, and then I had classes and I had to do some prep for them, and I haven't had a chance to get around to processing any of my stamp sets. So I haven't done a lot of playing with the new stuff. Okay, so that's how I store my stamps, and then when you close it and you flip it over, you can tell at a glance whether you've got all of your image in there or not, and you'll be able to tell from the sticker that shows through exactly what stamp you're looking at. So there's one last step. When I get all of that done, then I number my stamps. And the reason I number them is because in a class I can use stamps from a whole bunch of different stamp sets, and I'm not usually the best at remembering which stamp set it belongs to. So I have devised a numbering system, and I did this right back when I first started 9.5 years ago. My very first stamp set was Lovely as a Tree, and its number is 001. So you're going to see my secret, because this is stamp set number 624. You can say I'm a bit obsessed with stamping, but this keeps all of my stamps in numerical order, and I take pictures of them and then I put them in a binder. So I always know where my stamps are. So I put a big number here so that when it's laying on a table you can see which number it is. And then I put a big number here because that's how they're stored in my stamp drawer, is up on end like this. And then inside, on each of the individual stamps, which one did I do? This one. So on each of the individual stamps, I put the same corresponding number. So on my label maker, I do one row, hit enter, and do another row, and it creates some nice tiny letters. The only things I don't do this on are the really teeny tiny ones, because sometimes there isn't enough room on the little ones to allow there to be cling still happening. So there we go. Somewhere on that image I put my stamp number. And then when I'm in class and I've got 4 or 5 different sets going on, at the end of the class I know exactly which box I need to put my stamp back into. And there it goes. Just like that. And then they go into my stamp drawer. So after I've finished numbering them and I'm heading for my stamp drawer, this is where I keep all of my current stamp sets. They all stand up on end like this, and there's a whole drawer of them. And these are all the current ones, and then I have the current new ones that I haven't even put in there yet. But I'll just give you a close-up of what it looks like. So there's the number up at the top, and it's followed right by the name, and then all of the images that Stampin' Up! Puts on the spine of their stamp sets. It just allows me to put things back where they belong, but it also allows me to come along and think, okay, I know I've got a stamp set that has a sailfish image. So I just run my finger along until I come to this one. And it's from land to sea, and there's the sailfish image that I have. So if we go way over to this end, let's move these out of the way. There's stamp set number 001, Lovely as a Tree. And when I bought this, it was wood mount. And I don't like wood mount stamp sets. So, yeah, I know this is a really used stamp set. I didn't put it on my wooden blocks. I managed to get a hold of some cling, some clear vinyl cling stuff, and I put it onto the clear vinyl cling. And then I just keep it in a clear mount stamp set. You can tell by the condition of my stamps that this is a well-loved and well-used stamp set. And then I just close it up and put it back. And isn't it awesome that my very first stamp set that I ever got is still current. So, a quick and easy lesson for you today on how to keep your clear mount stamps from falling off of your acrylic blocks. I hope you enjoyed my video today, and I'll see you soon in my craft room. Happy stamping!